Hello, friends. Welcome. I am Ananda Rose. Thank you for joining us today. I have the lovely Lynn Druitt with me. Excuse me. Hi, Lynn. How are you today?
Hi, Rose. I'm very good, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here again.
Thank you. And by the way, if you don't know it, friends, we're doing Vite Bites. Lynn and I do Vite Bites. It's a series we started this year where we talk about vitamins. For anybody who doesn't know, Lynn works in this area of health and well-being, and she gives us good advice. So we pick a topic, we pick a vitamin, and we talk about the benefits of it. We also tell you about the adversities of it, like the non-benefits of, like, okay, maybe you shouldn't take so much of something. So that's what we do here. Why do we do Vite Bites on a channel that is talking about energy and esoteric and intuitive stuff? Well, because the channel also promotes anything for the fifth dimension. As we go into the fifth dimension, we believe in holistic healing. That's part of our repertoire of offerings here. And so that's where Lynn excels in because she has an experience and an expertise in that. And I thought of how beneficial for the collective to have something like this where Lynn can bring that part into this place where we're looking at life in a holistic way, not just the physical and the emotional side of things or the intuitive side of things, but, well, the physical side in that what can enhance your health and well-being at this time. So, Lynn, I didn't think I was going to be saying all of that, but I just thought I might reiterate for people why we do Vite Bites because we've done quite a few in the last year, and I've loved doing them, and long may they continue, you know? So, how are you?
I'm I'm good, thank you, Rose, and thank you for explaining that because it is so important, like you just saying. Yeah, and when you go out there and you look for something in particular that you want, like we're going to talk about curcumin today, what's the difference between curcumin and turmeric? That's the biggest question that I get asked. So that will be what I'll be covering today. What is the
Mm.
difference between the two?
Okay. So, one of the things I want to say why I'm inspired for us to do this, what inspired it. So, for many years, I've known about vitamins. I know people take them. I've been told I should take certain vitamins, and I haven't been told I should take certain vitamins. Okay. And so I find the whole thing rather overwhelming. Before
Hmm.
I met you, I found it really overwhelming to know what was the right thing for me. You know, um, because I have things that I need to take specific vitamins for, like vitamin D. It's supposed to help, is meant to help me boost my joint health. But I didn't know which was the right one or how many IUs I needed of it that was going to be effective because often we get told, oh, this is what you take, but it's not the effective dosage of it, or it might be an overdosage of it. And so this is why I feel what you're doing is so vital for us in this time and space because I feel better about taking the vitamins now. I know why I'm taking what I'm taking. And that's thanks to you. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So that's what I
Thank
wanted to
you.
say. That's my inspiration. And I felt like we should have other people have the benefit of it as well. What you do.
Thank you. Appreciate that
Okay.
very much.
So curcumin, go on.
Hmm.
Tell us what it is.
Okay, so like I mentioned just a minute ago, the biggest question people ask me is if I take turmeric, is that going to do the same thing as taking curcumin? So I'm going to put it quite simply. So, your turmeric is obviously from the spice, and most people know it's used in Indian cooking and that type of thing, in curries and that type of thing. And it is good for the body, don't get me wrong, but if you take the more of the hybrid source of um, turmeric where the curcumoid has been extracted from the turmeric, which we end up with curcumin then. And that is in a much more higher bioavailability in the body, especially if it's got black pepper with it. So it's very important to know the difference. And if you're dealing with pain and inflammation, that curcumin can help you immensely, far more than just having turmeric in your diet, eating that as well. And so for curcumin, let's put it simply. So if you had pain and say you've hurt your knee or your hip and you reach for ibuprofen or paracetamol, well, curcumin has the same ability to follow the inflammation pathways as those two drugs I just mentioned. And the new research tells us if you take curcumin and magnesium together, you're going to get a very good pain relief, especially for females too, around that time of the month when we're, cramps and things like that. If you do the two together, um, it's a really dynamite solution to dealing with your pain. So that's probably the most important message to give people, is that if you're one of those people that is dealing with a lot of pain and you're dealing with a lot of inflammation, the curcumin, and the other point I want to make today too, there are so many strengths in curcumin, and that can be a minefield in itself. You've got triple strength, you've got high strength. What do I take? So the thing is, it doesn't have to be a high dosed one. You can take curcumin twice a day, morning and night. But the key thing is to have consistency. So to take it every day and every night if you're going to do that. And that's when you get the best results from it. So, taking it one day and then missing a day or two and then taking another day doesn't do it justice. And even though it's not something that builds up in the system, but it's just the mechanisms that are in curcumin that, for people that are managing their pain or whatever, it's better if you can take it every day. And
Mm.
then you'll find that you won't need to take your Nurofen and your paracetamol, which are not good for the liver, either of those drugs. And there's more information coming to light about that now, that people overuse osteopanadol, they're overusing paracetamol and overusing your ibuprofen. It's actually killing your liver and your kidney, basically.
Mm.
As with your curcumin, it's very gentle. It does many functions in the body. But its pain relief and inflammation relief is the biggest factor there.
Okay. Then I put it up. We'd like to share the screen.
Sure.
Okay. I was just making sure that I'm doing the right thing. Thank you for saying that. But so I want to sort of maybe break it down a little bit. So you get a piece of turmeric, and what we're saying is that curcumin is something inside the turmeric, is contained within
Yeah.
the turmeric, a piece of turmeric. And that's what curcumin is
Extracted.
extracted and then is formed in and put into what's a vitamin tablet form.
Yeah.
Right. So that's
So
what.
it goes from the turmeric in
Hmm.
its simplest form to be extracted to a curcumoid. The
Yes.
curcumoid is what they call curcumin.
Yes.
That's the highly bioavailable ingredient that helps in the body.
Okay. So anybody who's taking curcumin should take black pepper. How's black pepper? How would they do this now? So they probably have to have black pepper in the diet. Like make sure they've got some black pepper for
Um,
the for this to be processed. Because someone else has said that to me previously as well, that it only works. That's what their words were. It only works if you have curcumin and black pepper together.
Correct. It depends, of course, on the person's sensitivity. Some people can't have black pepper,
Mm.
but it's very difficult to find just a curcumin that doesn't have black pepper in it.
Ah. Okay.
Um,
Okay. So they actually put it
and
into the curcumin vitamin.
correct,
Ah,
yes.
great, great.
And the only caution I'll say there is that sometimes people are on antidepressants,
Mm,
and black pepper can actually interfere with antidepressants as well.
okay.
So it's not to say that you can't take curcumin when you're on an antidepressant. You just need to take it a couple of hours either before or after you take your medication.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. That's really good to know. So, anybody who has joint pain, arthritis, and muscle soreness, inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
um, curcumin is highly recommended. So, curcumin comes only in tablet form.
It comes in powder form too.
Okay.
It's mainly capsules and tablets.
Yes.
I have seen one brand do a powder form that people, don't want to swallow capsules or tablets. There are people that have swallowing issues,
Mm-hmm.
and just mix it in a bit of water. But it basically, curcumin um, really is only available in a supplement.
Okay.
Mm.
So, I see that it supports brain health according to
Hmm.
this
Correct.
slide you've created. So, wow, tell us about that, if anything.
Sure. That's a great question. Thank you. So, a few years back now, it must be probably 7 or 8 years ago, the British Medical Health Journal published a very profound piece of information. They had been doing studies on curcumin on the brain as far as Alzheimer's and those types of neurological conditions, mainly Alzheimer's. What they found when people took curcumin consistently, that the amyloid plaque, which is at the back of the brain here,
Mm-hmm.
as it goes up to the brain, there's like a fatty substance that builds up there from poor diet and lack of exercise and a number of things that make that happen. A sedentary lifestyle actually makes the amyloid protein plaque
Mm.
build up.
Okay.
So the curcumin breaks that down, and it can actually, remove that in time. It's not going to do it overnight, of course, because if it's been there a while, it'll take a while to remove it. So it's had good success with those types of conditions like Alzheimer's.
Mm. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
And then
so
how,
it is an antioxidant. So as far
okay.
as your brain health and all your body and your liver function too, it actually cleans the liver. It's very good for the liver.
Mm. And then you've got heart health here as well. Blood
Hmm.
improves blood flow and circulation
Correct.
and
Yeah,
reducing bad cholesterol and supports healthy arteries. Helps lower blood
correct.
pressure naturally. Wow, it's such an
Yes,
amazing, it's a wonder thing, isn't it, curcumin?
it is. It is.
Mm.
It's a lot of people do know about it, but
Hmm.
maybe they don't know so much that, they might go to the pharmacy or wherever they get it and they think, oh, triple strength is probably the best thing for me, which is can be quite a high dose. But,
I think
you
so.
know, I think, as I just mentioned, lower dose consistency is the key. You don't need to take such high doses.
Yeah, and I guess it's very important for people taking medication or have certain health conditions to talk about it with
Hmm.
their medical profession, with their doctor,
Yes,
or a medical
absolutely. Hmm.
professional, to make sure that the dosage they're taking is right for them, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and you don't want any interference of any medications as well.
Mm.
But if you really are being plagued by a lot of inflammation and trying to get your inflammation under control, you do curcumin and fish oil together or krill oil. They make a very dynamite solution for inflammation
Okay.
because the two together.
Very good. Then I noticed something here that you said it's linked to better memory, mood, and mental clarity.
Correct. Yes.
I've heard about this years ago. where they were talking about someone was saying that the statistics showed that because Indian people have turmeric in their food, and the turmeric they would have is not necessarily the processed turmeric. They'd have fresh turmeric in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that Alzheimer's
Mm-hmm.
was something at a reduced level in that community because of this particular thing, because of turmeric, and I of inadvertently related to curcumin, the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it's actually true. My recollection, having been brought up in an Indian community, this is not a common thing. Alzheimer's is not a common thing in elderly people. So, or in anyone really. Um, but yeah, maybe ascension symptoms, but not this, and not not the natural way. All right, can I
Could
stop
we,
sharing, Lynn, so we come back to
is
this?
there a second slide there, please,
This
Rose?
this is your second slide, Lynn.
Oh, it is the second
It
one.
is
Okay,
one,
cool. Thank
and is
you.
it? I'll put up the first one. I had the first one up. Look at this and see if there's
Did you?
something else you want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to.
No,
This is the first one. That was all good, right? So
no,
we
that's all
actually
good.
covered it. We covered it.
Yeah,
All right, I'll stop
brilliant.
sharing.
Thank you.
So, friends, many people have worked out that they need to have a turmeric latte. In modern day, we've come to turmeric latte is so popular. I'm going to have to tell you, it's been part of my life, the turmeric latte. It's what my grandmother gave me when I was feeling unwell. The I won't say there's a trio because there's a few things in it. Growing up, it was turmeric, ginger, all grated, grated turmeric, grated ginger, honey, and milk. And that was the
Delicious.
thing. Yeah, absolutely delicious. That's what you went to bed with every night if you were unwell, or if it was winter and you need a warmer up. You could probably add a touch of cinnamon to it, right? Because
Mm.
cinnamon is also warming to the body. So stop paying $7 and $8 for a turmeric latte. You can make it at home with your curcumin using
And just
I
a
mean,
little
turmeric. Yeah.
cracked pepper in on
Yes.
top, and just
e-
yeah, it will activate it even more.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. You know? So, well, that's my spiel about the curcumin. It's been my best friend for a long, long time. And so, I've grown up with it. And I've got to tell you, here's another thing. I'll give you a tip. If you're cooking curry, if you like curry and you cook curry, get the fresh turmeric because it will take your curry to leaps higher than it was before. It's so delicious. And you can get it straight off. I don't know that you'd get the same amount of curcumin that you get in a powder form or in a capsule, right? But just make it part of your regular, you know, cooking routine. When you cook a curry, put the fresh turmeric in it. It's just like there's something amazing about it. The color of the curry, the taste of it is next level. So that's my
That
advice.
sounds good advice. I'll have to try that. I haven't tried it, so
Oh, Lynn, if you can get it, because I think we get it now. In Auckland, we get it because there's a lot of people living in Auckland that come from Asia, and they've started to grow it here. Even ginger is grown in New Zealand now, and the turmeric, the fresh turmeric, it's like one of the best things you can have in your garden, and it's something that stays with you for a long time. I know because my mother used to plant it, the turmeric and the ginger, and she would always dig it up from it's because it's the root. She will dig it
mm,
up and she always has it in the garden, and that's where they stay. And you keep getting it gets bigger and bigger, gets more and more, grows more and more because that's where it has to be underground to grow. So there you go. Getting some
lovely.
gardening tips as well. Anyway,
Mm.
anything else you want to tell us, Lynn?
No, no, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Yeah, so I would just say if you're dealing with pain and inflammation, I would reach for that curcumin and
Yeah.
try and get yourself off of those things that I mentioned before.
Mm.
They're just no good for the body. They're
Mm.
slowly killing you, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I've taken ibuprofen and
Mm.
Panadol less and less as time has gone by. And
Good.
I used to take ibuprofen for, um, my joint issues. And I actually found it helped me, but after a while, nothing
It
was
doesn't.
happening. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
help you after a while.
Mm-hmm.
And is it that the body is like got so used to it, it doesn't recognize it as pain relief or what? I have no idea, but it just doesn't
Mm.
work.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's the
these
same with a
things.
lot of people. They
Yeah,
have to step up to stronger pain, like codeine and those types of things, which is even worse than,
that's right.
that level of paracetamol and Nurofen, ibuprofen, I should say.
Yeah.
Mm.
Curcumin and ginger, everybody. Curcumin and ginger.
Yay!
Go the ginger. Go the curcumin. Anything else, Lynn, before we say goodbye to everyone?
No, thank you, Rose. It's been a pleasure to be here again and share my wisdom.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. We love having your wisdom. Much appreciated. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.